A student, we must have a different IQ that grow by competition and intelligence will increase perspective between student which is have a high intelligence and student who has a low intelligence. Why it is because it could potentially lead to better outcomes for the student who has grown by competition and intelligence. If school grow up their student based on their age, it will not effective because there's a lot of student which is have a high intelligence or potential but don't be grow up because of their age. We know if student want to enter primary and middle school years must have requirements based on the status quo. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of schools still arranging or group their students based on their age. By group them by competition and intelligence, we know they can build challenge or support in ways that they can operate for them. So what's the problem? If students which is grouped or arranged by their intelligence or competition, it could potentially lead to better outcomes for the student, and it will hinder the student which is have age under and they will wait for their enter the primary and middle school. Now come to our stand. We in this occasion abolish primary middle school years that grow by competition and intelligence is effective because by this we can raise a potentially to better outcomes for the student and develop student equality without wait for their age. Now come to my definitions. One, abolish. Abolish means by completely eliminating this rule because compared to age, competition and intelligence have a much greater influence on children's growth and development, their ability to grasp material at school. So what we mean about growth student based on their competition intelligence is a student who has labeled as student who have a high perspective about material or intelligence for education. Three, based on the status quo. Schools still group their student based on their age. It's not effective because student who has a younger also have intelligent and high quality. This is will hinder the quality for education if schools still group the student based on their age, and that's why it's okay to abolish school that group children based on their age. For it will raise imbalance or inequality in it between the high student quality and low student quality. And I will explain to you my first argument. Now come to my mechanism. Now our mechanism here, one, we will maintain the learning process in the school and do the necessary evaluation. We will have a test for students to measure their intelligence and level. So also allocating teacher based on their competition teachers have whether in high performance or low performance academic class. To school must be applied the test which is group student based on their intelligence. So by this test we will know who student which is have a high quality intelligence should enter the superior class in that school. Three, government will make the regulation to group students based on academic achievement. We will send expertises in education management to give the training on guardians to make adjustment and better school management. Opposition can argue that abolishing the school will create harm such as limited access to education, especially those in rural areas. Now come to my first argument why it's okay to abolish schools that group children based on their age. Ladies and gentlemen, we know it will raise inequality or in imbalance needs between the low quality students and high quality student. What I mean here is we know the characteristic of student itself. As a basic student must have a different intelligence, right? For example, if the student which is have a high quality with low quality are grouped or in mixed class, it will raise imbalance or inequality even between the teachers because student which is have a high quality will feel bored and stuck on that material because low performance student can keep up the class and teachers hard to manage class and do improvement, and it will can develop the quality of the school because this system and will make the low quality student will stress or depression because must balance the material on that class. High quality students will wait for low quality students for continue their material. So with school with it will waste the high quality student because not develop. That's why this system bad for both high and low performance students. We believe it is justified to abolish because it does not help students with learning difficulties. Now come to my second argument why this motion is urgent. Ladies and gentlemen, we must know that characteristic of the teachers because if students have a high or low quality performance are mixed, teachers will seeing the teachers or student who has a high quality rather than low quality, and it will not develop the student because the system of arranged by age. For example, children which is smart who can make a robotic in 17 years old, but because that child are grow up in regular class, so his knowledge is wasted because of this system. So ladies and gentlemen, that's why this motion is urgent.